Hello everyone, hope you're all well. As most of you in the group are probably aware now, Ethan, my son, has finished his chest bracing treatment for Pectus Carinatum. He finished it, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. You'll probably, or some of you I know, saw the post that I put into the group because I thought it would just be inspiring and encouraging to share it with you all, especially seeing as this was the whole reason I set up the group for all of you, and to share Ethan's progress throughout, as you are all doing with us, which I think is great. So I thought I would just do I'll try and keep it short, and this video is only going onto the Facebook support group. It's not going onto my YouTube channel, because I am going to include photographs of Ethan. They are ones that are already in the group anyway, just in case any of you haven't found them. I thought I would also, on my phone, just go through and show you where certain things are in the group, in case you haven't yet found them or aren't sure where you might find them. So I shall start first of all with Ethan. So it was back in, when would it have been? It was 2017. Ethan was 14 at the time when I noticed his chest protruding when he was standing profile on to me in the kitchen. I asked him about it and he said it'd been like that for quite a while and he just thought it would go away on its own. We went to the doctors, to our GP. Thankfully, she was aware of the condition. One of her university friends actually had the condition, which is why she knew about it. So that was very lucky for us straight away, because so many GPs have no idea about the condition itself. She referred us to Leeds General Hospital, or Leeds General Infirmary, where we saw a paediatric consultant who I think she specialises in the chest bracing treatment for Pectus Carinatum. So again, we were lucky there because we are in one of the 5 NHS trust areas that offer the chest bracing treatment. We had assumed that we were going to have to pay for the treatment. We couldn't find anywhere on the NHS website that it was available. So he had 2 appointments with 2 different consultants, both who confirmed that was what it was. He was referred to the orthotist, Kate, who has been absolutely fantastic, for the chest brace. He was measured up for the chest brace. That was in the July of 2018. We collected his brace in early September 2018, and this was, I know a lot of you will have seen it already, but this is the brace that he had. So we collected that. He started wearing it in, as soon as we got it, because we were given these instructions of wearing the brace and also the gradual build-up time, which we followed. He did have a few hiccups to begin with, because in the first month he found that the chest, on his chest here, the pad, I'll show you which one it was. The front pad was actually rubbing on his skin and made his skin very, very sore. This was the pad that he had initially and the one that was causing the skin to break. So we had to stop wearing it for a couple of weeks whilst that healed. I got in touch with Kate, his orthotist, to tell her, and she had another pad made. And this one, you can see the difference in the thickness, and you can see that this one has got the red layer. That's like a memory foam layer, so it actually made it a lot softer. You see how much that presses down, and that one isn't as much. That pad made the world of difference. Once he got that and he started wearing it, he had to start the build up again from the beginning. There was no going back. He stuck to the plan rigidly. We found that so we bought him lots of new, we called it his chest bracing wardrobe. We bought him lots of baggy t-shirts, so that when we were out and about, the chest brace underneath the baggy t-shirts weren't visible. What else did we do? Some people have found getting a mattress topper helpful for their child when they're sleeping, because obviously they do have to sleep in the chest brace. Our son sleeps like a rock, so he didn't actually need a mattress topper, but there are quite a few who have said that helps, so I recommend getting one of those if your child has difficulty sleeping. As I say, once he'd got this other pad, he did so well. There weren't any hiccups at all. If ever there was anything, I think at one point one of these clips broke, but I was able to email Kate, Ethan's orthotist, and she arranged to have a new one made. I think the best advice I can give is, if you're getting a chest brace custom made, which is the best thing to do really, because you need that those follow-up appointments throughout the treatment so that they can keep an eye on the child's chest and obviously check that the brace is working, doing what it should, then yeah, I would recommend that you keep any problem at all, any point, get in touch with the orthotist. They can usually sort it out. They're there to help. So another thing Ethan actually did was in March of 2019, he spoke, so brave of him, he spoke at a medical conference which was for orthotists from all over the country about his experiences of living with Pectus Carinatum. That is actually on the group. I'll see if I can find it. I think it's actually currently the pinned announcement or pinned post, so you can see it's there, it's the top one. I also spoke, but it's Ethan's that is the one really to watch, because that's the one that gives the best I suppose insight into it and how he felt. So he did that. He also took part with the Steeper Group, who were the company that made his brace, in their case studies. So they did a case study about Ethan and his experience of it. That I've actually put that into the files section. So if you look on the group, across the top here, there's one that says files. So just there. So if you tap on files, it takes you to this page. That's where the British Lung Foundation one is as well. It's the top one. It says Steeper Group non-surgical treatment for Pectus Carinatum. Tap on that. It takes you to this here. Tap on the link. It will say downloading file. It should come up here. Tap on that. Then says opening Google Chrome or whatever it might say on yours. It then comes up, it looks like a blank screen. It's really teeny tiny, but up at the top there's just that little row of text. Just tap on that, and then it comes up on the bottom here. You tap on the link at the bottom, open with Chrome, and it brings you to the page. If you scroll down, there's Ethan's case study here, down here, so that Ethan's is there. There's another one which is with that's with a girl who has had the chest brace. So if we tap on Ethan's, here is Ethan's case study here. You can see it's a couple of pages. He was very open and honest. I think I did actually do a video about, just based on when we did this. This is actually nearly a year ago we did this at October half term 2019. So yeah, there is a separate video about that which is on my YouTube channel in the Mum Diaries section. So yeah, that was another thing that Ethan did during his chest bracing treatment. There is also in the files section, this is one that does work, is there's the information about Pectus Carinatum, and it's on the British Lung Foundation website. This is something that I've told quite a few of you about, and I have given you the link, but if you want a quick way to actually find it, then you can go into the files section. and it is there. And this one is opening. It takes you to this page here. You can't see it very clearly. At the top there is a tiny link. So if you tap on that link, it comes up saying open in Chrome, and then it takes you to the page. That is a fantastic piece of information about Pectus Carinatum. There's a lot to read, but it is very, very informative. There isn't much around on the internet to read that you can necessarily trust. So I would recommend reading that as well. So back to the actual treatment itself. Like I say, he finished that 2 weeks ago. So really, he did actually end up wearing the brace for the full 2 years, like we were told it would be. Because even though he started it in the September, we sort of discounted that September because of the hiccups he had, and so he didn't really start properly wearing it until October 2018. He did so well. He managed to stick with he gradually built it up so he was wearing it for 23 hours a day, which he wore that for that stage, or that length of time, for it was probably most of the first year, I think. And we had lots of follow-up appointments and things for his chest to be checked. It then got to the point where he could gradually decrease it, and I think he went down to about 16 hours a day. He did have to wear it in school, but his school friends were all brilliant with him. They were so understanding and helpful. Luckily, at that point, he had at his school they have a blazer, so his shirt and his blazer actually, you couldn't see it at all under the blazer because it was a fairly loose fitting one. And then, yeah, now he's just got to keep an eye on his chest and make sure it doesn't start to pop out, which if it does pop out a tiny bit, or if we notice any difference, then Kate told us we'll get in touch with her, and Ethan will just sort of start wearing, he might wear it at night time every other night again, because that was what he ended up doing for the last 3 months. He was wearing it just every other night. So yeah, we're so proud of Ethan. He has done incredibly well. The biggest part of it, I think, is perseverance, and also it's the child wanting to do it and wanting to get the results of the chest. It's not a quick process, but it's not an invasive one like the operation is. Ethan when I asked Ethan what advice he would give to other people wearing the chest brace or going through the bracing treatment, he said himself, it's to persevere with it. Don't give up when it gets tough. Keep reminding yourself that it will be worth it, and at the end of the 2 years, or however long your child has to wear it for, their chest will be a lot better. It will be much flatter. He also said that I think because he was so determined to stick with it and to do it, it just kept him going. He found that telling his close friends did help a lot. So if your child has got close friends, they, might want to tell them. But yeah, I think that was the main piece of advice from Ethan, is to persevere with it, stick with it, don't let it, don't stop if it does get tough. Be open and honest. These were obviously Ethan's words to other children. So be open and honest with your parents. Talk to them. If it's causing pain, let the parents know, because like Ethan did with me, and I was able to get in touch with Kate, we got that front pad sorted so quickly. So yeah, I hope this has been sort of helped a little bit. I will now pop on the photographs which are in the group, like I say, so you can see what his chest was like before any of the treatment, and then how it is now. If you have any questions at all, just feel free to ask. Like I always say in the group, get in touch, ask. No question is too big or too small. If I don't know the answer, obviously I'm not a medical person, I can only go off our experience. If I don't know the answer, I will do my best to find out the answer for you. If there's anything in the group that you're not sure of where it might be, even though I've tried to show you, just let me know, just ask, and I will do my best to help. I also just want to add on at the end how amazing I think all of you are in this group. When I set the group up in March 2019, I set it up because I didn't want other parents to feel like we felt when we first noticed Ethan's chest before we'd seen the doctor at LGI and before we'd met Kate. It was horrible because we were just so overwhelmed. We didn't know what to expect. I couldn't find anything anywhere about the chest brace on the NHS. For long enough I couldn't find anything about a chest brace. All I could see was that horrible operation. So I set it up to try and help all of you, parents who have children with the condition, so that you wouldn't feel like we did. I couldn't have ever imagined at that point that the group would grow to the size it has done, only, you know, sort of like a year and a half, maybe a bit longer on from that. You're all absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for being so supportive with each other and helping each other. It's amazing to see. And like I said in a post recently, just because Ethan's chest bracing treatment has finished doesn't mean that the group will finish. The group is here to stay and it will continue because it is something that is needed, as has been proven by the number of people that have joined the group. So thank you to all of you. That was cheesy. Thank you to all of you for being so fantastic and supportive. Thank you for watching. I hope it has been helpful. And this is the last of the Mum Diary.